Without the right motivation, it is almost impossible to reach your weight loss goal. But how do we stay motivated? In this video, I will show you my 3 best tips to stay motivated so you can hit your weight loss goals. Let's go. Number 1, measure as much as possible. Most people, including myself when I first started, only use a scale to measure their weight loss. This is a big mistake because your weight can be affected by many things like how much water you have in your body, when you last ate, how much sleep you have gotten, etc. So if you only use a scale, there are many things out of your control that can affect your motivation. And that is why I recommend that you use other things than just the scale to measure your weight loss. Here are the 3 things that I use outside of a scale to measure my weight loss. Number 1, pictures or video. I started my weight loss journey by filming myself turning around in only boxers. And I'm so glad that I did it today so I can see the progress. This was of course extremely frightening in the beginning, and I did not show them to anyone for a long time. And even though it is pretty hard to see a difference in the beginning, at some point you will see a difference, and that is very motivating. As a bonus, this is extremely rewarding to have when you finish your weight loss journey and reach your goal. Number 2, measure how many centimeters you lose. When you're on your weight loss journey, there may be weeks where you don't lose any kilos or grams at all. In these weeks, your body may still have changed, so it's nice to see progress, and this is where we use the measuring tape to measure our body. I'm so sad that I didn't do this in the beginning, but I'm doing it now and I can see the progress each week where I lose some centimeters. It's not every week that I lose centimeters, but sometimes I do, and that fuels me with energy and boosts my motivation. The 5 places that I measure is chest, hips, arms, thighs and waist. The third thing that I do is an in-body scanner. If you have access to an in-body scanner, this is a great way to also keep track of your progress. In Denmark, almost every gym has an in-body scanner. The scanner basically tracks how much fat, muscle and water you have in your body and what your total weight is. This is great because, like I said earlier, it's not always that you lose weight, but you may have lost some fat and gained some muscle. This can be pretty hard to see if you don't have an in-body scanner. So just to round this chapter off, the reason why I recommend using more than one measurement to measure your weight is because it can be extremely hard to lose weight, and we need to get every bit of motivation we can get. My number 2 tip for staying motivated during your weight loss journey is to set realistic goals. This is one of the biggest mistakes I have made when it comes to losing weight. When you go to social media, you see a lot of people who have lost a lot of kilos extremely fast. And that has caused me to set extremely high goals for myself, that if they could lose 20 kilos in 20 weeks, I could do also. I just needed to follow some extreme diet, and I of course crashed every time trying to do this extreme diet and lose weight extremely fast. It took me a very long time to understand that it does not matter how much you weigh in a week or a month. What matters is how much you weigh in a year and how you feel in the process. And being on an extreme diet can't be tolerated for a long enough period for you to reach your goals. And for the last 10 years, I have tried almost every diet there is. Imagine if I had dedicated the last 10 years to losing weight slowly instead of trying to lose it fast, how much faster I would have reached my goal. So I believe that you should set realistic goals for yourselves that you will be able to keep and see the progress. I can't tell you what a realistic goal for you is, but I can tell you that if you keep trying to lose weight and you keep failing, try to change your goal to something that is easier for you to reach. I feel this one is extremely overlooked when it comes to weight loss. So many people on social media tell you when you hit a wall, just push through it. That may be right sometimes, but for me at least, it's much better to have a plan B when your motivation is low. Having a plan B is extremely important because I know there will be some weeks where I won't be able to get everything done that I have planned. And instead of being angry at myself for not being able to complete everything that I set out to do, I make sure to just do something which in the long run will help me lose weight over time. Weight loss cannot be everything. We also need to enjoy life. And sometimes we just need to prioritize a party or a reunion or a get together with the family instead of being extremely strict with your diet and keeping your training at 100%. And therefore I feel it is extremely important to not crash when you are not hitting 100%, but instead just doing 60 or 70 or maybe 50% of what you set out to do. In the long run, that will help you tremendous in losing weight, because this way we create small wins instead of losses. And instead of feeling like you should have done more and this week has been a disaster, look at it this way. You have done something that you wouldn't have done otherwise, and that will help you to lose weight over time. So instead of focus on being 100% all the time, focus on being consistent for a long time. That will help you reach your goal so much more than doing 100% for 10 weeks straight. Thank you so much for watching. If you want some more real life weight loss tips, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and let's go.